Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. Yeah, the kitty was like, he was sitting there in the chair, stealing my chair, having fun, and then he got up to eat just before we left. Kitty gets out paid 4 treats today because I forgot about feeding the kitty yesterday. My apologies, people. Welcome back, everyone, to the weekly news roundup. I hope that your Friday in quarantine has been great, despite our entire state has less total infections of this crap than is half of the size of my tiny little neighborhood. The governor basically quarantined the state. Wow. Yeah. I don't even know exactly how many people are in my neighborhood, but if I could say 250 is a stretch, I don't know. That's kind of it. But anyway, so we all have a lot more time on our hands, so watch more videos, I guess. I don't know. I am monitoring on the Discord as well. Thanks to a very good shout out to my friend who sent me his an old Mac out there. Whoa, this is not the green screen you're looking for. I actually can set the Mac over here. So, Switch to Linux is on a Mac. Yeah, I'm on a Mac watching the Discord just because there's too many things going on in this computer to pull up another window. But I can go ahead and monitor Discord over here with this nice little MacBook I've sitting over here on the side. So, anyway, I'll try and remember to check that in between news stories. Room 2, how's it going there? Jeff Kelly, good evenings to you. Moonbase Alpha Grays, how are you doing up there on the Moonbase? We flew by yesterday, and then I flew back this morning for work, so greetings. Shadow, greetings. Country Guys now has 1 case. I guess I'll be teleworking soon. There you go. Ryan Oswald, the Kung Flu. That's my cousin, guys. How's it going there, Ryan? How is the... Ooh, I do not want to think about how your business is doing. Ooh, how's it going, man? We're still holding up good down here. Quint Berkeley, greetings down there from the CDC center itself in Atlanta that's perpetually screwed under quarantine. Good luck to you. Jeff Kelly, one of your prisoners has an inmate testing positive. Inmates are congressmen. That's right. They both make about as much sense. Why don't we just have the inmates running the country instead of the congressmen? Just flop their positions. Put the inmates in Congress, put the Congress in prison, and I bet that the country will turn better. I don't know. Let's see. Possible cluster of 5,000 possibly infected in one of your provinces in South Africa. Well, greetings, South Africa. Some of those churches, it does grow. I did a video on my Christian channel last night. It's kind of in support of digital church, so... Anyway, we have over on Discord, we got Strawberry Shortcake. How's it going there, Tech Haberdashi? Greetings. Jalian is on, and everyone's throwing out smileys and heart faces over there. Greetings. Both are criminals, that is right. Hello, Keegan. How's your internet? Are you in internet classes now already? Yu-Gi-Oh! Greetings. Philip Flores, how's it going there? Kitty needs more dignifying picture. Yeah, I'll get him a more dignifying picture sometime. Ours is the thing about doing the same. Fire extinguishers to the ready. All right, guys. So, just because I'm sick of hearing about the Kung Flu, you're sick of hearing about the Kung Flu, what I did is there's unfortunately too much Kung Flu stuff in the news, but I got together a privacy section and a business section completely devoid of the Kung Flu. So we were going to have a good time devoid of the Kung Flu. Sillyville, we just had to go there, guys. There was too much crazy Sillyville news surrounding the Kung Flu. We had to do it. And then I do have a Kung Flu Tech News edition talking about how the Kung Flu has impacted all of the tech. Tiger Shark's over there on Discord. Greetings. Digital Church episode was good. Liked it a lot. Well, thank you, Tech. All right. And if anybody does need a link to the Discord, ask one of the mods that are over there. Because, again, that's on a different computer, and I'm not monitoring and logging into anything other than Discord on the Mac right now. So, who knows? Maybe sometime I'll log into the YouTube stuff over here, too, so I can transfer links if I have to. But, I gotta say, I've been using this Mac for a day. I don't know, there's a good argument for Mac. I still hate the UI, but, Mac's not bad. I definitely prefer Linux, that's for sure. But, anyway, hope the crisis is over as quickly as it appeared. Probably will be. We're going to have a good time before the Kung Flu bring back 2019. That's right. I think Vince, weren't you the ones that gave us the Kung Flu fighting lyrics? That was glorious. Where is that, Vince? Oh, that was in our quarantine board. That's right. If you're on Discord and you have some Kung Flu near you, then please, let me know so I can add you to our quarantine board on Discord. And I do love the memes that are going around there. We got possession with the intent to sell. There's a police officer there patting a guy down. There's a bunch of rolls of toilet paper up on the police car. That's epic. What else do we got? We had some fun pictures of grocery stores from around the country. Yeah, CJ's going to be okay. Oh yeah, we're down. Snow White's down to 6 dwarves. Sneezy had been placed in quarantine. But anyway, we're going back to the live chat, though. I want to monitor the live chat today on the Discord. All right. Let's see. Utterly shocked. He's giving props. I'm telling you. You won't see that happen for Windows these days. But I mean, here's the downside, though, is we didn't have the password for this. I was able to hack into root access and give myself, change the password to the main user account and get into everything. So, I'm not sure about the security of it, although I think the T2 chip takes care of some of that. Anyway, are we about ready to hit the news? Are we ready to hit the news, guys? Let me know if we're ready to hit the news. Let's see. Just do what they say for now after. Oh, by the way, I'll tell you, maybe this Mac is good because it's an old one. It is an old Mac. 2000, what did I say? 2000, I think it might be a 2014 if I remember. Back before the butterfly keyboards, before they stripped down all the ports, all that kind of stuff. So, all right. You're slowly influencing you. No, you're using Linux too. No, it's just the fact that it was sent to me and I thought, how can I monitor the Discord? And since it's so light, I can actually set stuff up over here. So, roll the news. All right, we'll roll the news. We're going to start in on privacy. We'll be discussing first. Clear out that kung flu out of my lungs. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy edition. These are recorded live Fridays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and catch the show live to interact with the whole thing. See it all at once, or you can just catch these little short edited clips as well. Before we dive on into the news, you can help support the channel by checking out the affiliates page. Here's one thing I'm going to say, guys. I hope I'm not going to sound this as groveling, but as this is impacting our economy for a little bit, turn off ad blockers on YouTube if you could. It doesn't cost you anything. It might be annoying to watch a rollover video, but it would actually help us because a lot of us YouTubers income has dropped in light of this. Just a thought, just a suggestion. But if you want to help in other ways, Amazon is still, I think, shipping to some places, maybe. You might have a Kung Flu infested delivery guy, but I do have Mint Mobile as well on cell phones and Grammar Checker that does not store all of your data like Grammarly does. A couple web hostings, a couple VPNs, and some podcasting stuff there as well if you want to help support the channel. Let's dive on into the first story here. The ACLU is demanding Homeland Security, CPB, ICE, TSA, and a whole bunch of other three-letter alphabet soup from the Americas hand over records on facial recognition at the border. So this basically, it's boiling down to their summary here. Government agencies are notoriously slippery when it comes to any attempt at probing their use of controversial technologies. So basically they're saying, we got a lot of problems and we'd like to know to what extent are people actually utilizing these systems out there on the borders. And you know what I find? Never mind, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, privacy advocates believe that facial recognition in particular can enable persistent, undetectable government surveillance on a massive scale that erodes everybody's expectations of privacy. And I think that this is a good thing for them to be calling for this release, because the problem is they could be scooping up a lot of Americans whose privacy rights are being infringed on in the dragnet of this entire system. And so this here is certainly a thing to keep in mind. So, of course, this kind of goes back to when ACLU sued Homeland Security for the Stingray phone surveillance. Now they kind of, they want to know about the phone. Now they want to know about the other guys here as well. All right, moving on. Google strips location sharing from Google Hangouts, and for some reason, tech articles are saying this is a bad thing. Why? Now, it's not entirely like, hey, they're not collecting any form of data at all. Basically, what they're doing here is, it says here, Google seemed determined to kill its best messaging app. We don't need my location sharing for Google Hangouts. I'm baffled over this. Now, of course, they're saying, you can still get real-time location sharing through Google Maps. So basically, you integrate those two together to get that type of sharing. But I'm okay if they strip location sharing out of Google Hangouts. I have no idea. It's like this is what it's like the same problem with that TDS syndrome, right? Some people can only see the negative, companies do. Some people are like, I can only see the negative in what Google does. I don't only see the negative of what Google does. I want to warn you about some of the dangers. Same thing with here, checking the Discord on the Mac, causing a controversy here before I started to record. Whoa, the green screen went crazy. That's not the green screen you're looking for. Anyway, I got this. Somebody sent it to me. A friend of mine sent it to me. Didn't have a use for it. I was able to refresh one of the latest Mac OSs on it, and it's just small enough and convenient enough that I can set it off to the side and I can actually monitor Discord at the same time I'm monitoring this. I'm not switching to Mac or things. I still hate the Mac UI. I think it's annoyingly painful to work with, but it's a very convenient, good setup system. I can praise Mac for that in that respect with this particular little MacBook Air. It's working for me. It's good. All right. Now, same thing with Google. Yes, there are a lot of issues and a lot of problems with Google, but let's call out the good things we do it. Taking location services out of an app is a good thing. Good. Keep it up. Take location services out of everything, except maybe the maps. I don't care. Oh boy. But anyway. Less coffee. All right. Next story. From The Verge, advocacy group calls for Zoom to release a transparency report. Of course, Zoom right now is getting a whole ton more use because of the Voldemort virus. And so a lot more people are using it. Well, Access Now has just published an open letter to Zoom in the middle of all this crazy stuff saying, hey, we want a transparency report. Because Google, Microsoft, all these other companies, Apple, they're all releasing what they're calling a transparency report. Now, the transparency report mostly is just what degree has the government asked you for information on our users. That's really what's up with the transparency report. It turns out, though, that Zoom has never released one. So we don't know to what extent Zoom is collecting data and to what extent it hoards data and to what extent they are cooperating with law enforcement to share that type of data. That's what this group Access Now is asking Zoom to do. Zoom has replied and basically said, hey, we've received the letter. We're looking at what to do with it. Access Now, would you just calm down for a little bit? I get and hear your concerns, and hopefully the concerns will be addressed. But right now, Zoom probably is under crisis like everybody else is under crisis right now because of the mass use of schools using Zoom right now, really upping the bandwidth, which maybe, yeah, transparency reports right after this happens is probably a good thing. I received a letter from the management company here still wanting me to create the online account. If you have not yet created your online account through this really sketchy company that does not publish its privacy policies and terms of service on their website, then please go ahead and do that now. I'm sorry, I'm not going to act as a person in crisis, and I'm not going to act as a person that's desperate. If you'd like my rent check, you can open up your office, or I'll hold it here until such time you're open, or I'll go and give it to the owner who actually lives very close to me. There's a thought. I'm not going to act in panic here. I'm not going to go on, I'm going to go and create an online account because I'm afraid to go downtown. I might go check the Kung Flu. My lands, people, calm down a little bit. Just calm down, calm down, calm down. So they've closed their office. I don't know how I'm going to pay rent this month. They have 10 days to open it back up. Anyway, Access Now is asking Zoom to share the following the number of government requests for user data you receive by country with compliance rates and your procedures for responding, the circumstances when you provide user information to government authorities, policies on notice to potentially affected users when their information has been requested or provided to government authorities or exposed by breach, misuse, or abuse, policies and practices affecting the security of data in transit and at rest, including multi-factor authentication, encryption, and retention, policies and practicing affecting freedom of expression, including terms of use, content guidelines for account holders and call participants, as well as statistics on enforcement. So they're asking that, and basically they said, yeah, we will respond to it. They're looking into it to, see what would happen there. All right, next, iPhone and iPad. Talking about Apple products, iPhone and iPad are apparently snooping on pasteboard data. Be careful what's in your clipboard. It turns out that several apps, I think TikTok was in the list, 8 Ball, 8-Ball Pool, Hotels.com. Many other texts were able to read the clipboard data. So if you put something in your clipboard, whether it was a link or, please don't do this, a password, you open up these apps, whatever's the last item in your clipboard, these things could read it. Very interesting. They could kind of glean some more information. So iOS and iPad OS apps have unrestricted access to system-wide pasteboard, which is the clipboard as of iOS 13.3. So new vulnerability. Text left in pasteboard may be inconsequential, but it could also be highly sensitive, such as passwords or financial information. Potential security vulnerability has been previously investigated, where they found that precise location information was leaking through a single pasteboard. Diverse range of apps from popular games, social networking apps, and news apps, major news organizations such as Fox News, Wall Street Journal were examined using standard Apple-developed tools. Many of these apps do not provide any UI that manages text, yet they can read text content of the pasteboard every time they are opened. So just be aware of that. That's exciting. And on to our feature story. New York City Subway's new tap-to-pay system has a hidden cost. The rider data. All right, so this is the company behind this. What is it? Let's see. So OMNY. Geez, I am not going to be able to say that. But anyway, this company has developed these contactless pay systems, not only for New York, but a variety of other places. And they have this very interesting terms of service and privacy policy that you need to be aware of, particularly if you're in New York City. And basically what they're doing is their privacy policy has a lot of fun things. Now, I think we reported on it. I know I saw it in the news. I can't remember if I reported on it. When some people going through reportedly were charged twice for a single visit through. What was happening is the NCF on the phone was getting too close to the sensor, so people would come up, pay with their card, but their phone would be close up to the sensor, so it would pay with the phone at the same time. They actually have buried in their terms of service that they do not have to pay back for this. For those guys that got a refund on that, you can thank Apple. It was Apple who took their money out and paid it back. The company kept it from Apple. And so the terms of service basically says, hey, if we double charge you, so what? It doesn't matter. Also, though, because a lot of the MTA cards are saying, oh, do away with the cards, everyone's using a smartphone, just use the smartphone app instead. If you're using the smartphone app, it basically has access to a full range of about everything on your phone, and very few people are aware of what's being collected. And the company behind this has the full ability, according to their privacy policy, to collect, store, share, and monetize that data indefinitely, all through utilizing your phone's systems. This is why, people, do not use your phone for anything other than simple calls. Never attach two-factor authentication to a phone number or a text number. Do not allow apps to have all these different things. If you are using a phone for two-factor authentication, use an app for that, not a text message authentication. Extremely dangerous to be using that, a text message, or a lot of your other phones for things like this. This is why I'm holding back so much against this stupid rental agency. No, I'm not creating an online account through your very, very, very shady third-party company that I know more about than you do. They're not a good company. Same thing. Hold back. Be a little bit more inconvenient because your privacy is at stake. So thanks for watching the privacy news here. You can help support the channel, switchedtolinux.com/support for all of the up-to-date ways how you can support the channel. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, or all that fun stuff, go ahead and do that now. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right, let's head on over here. Let's see if I marked where I was. Yes, I did. I did mark where I was. Alrighty, let's see. Legit shocked by this turn of events for Tom. Amazon is shipping to me. Oh man, where'd it go? Amazon is shipping to me, but instead of 2-day under Prime, poor staff is overworked around here. I'd be okay if Google stripped location services out of everything. So would I. Strawberry Shortcake and Quantum Alpha are watching together. Very good. Is this new thing kids are doing. Instead of dinner and a movie, it's dinner and a live stream. Apparently. Let's see. Current 30 years old in the current time frame. Yeah, no. Yeah. All right. You pop up at the top of the web browser. Go away. Thank you. All right, let's see. Roll the news. All right, using Linux is quite true. I don't think I've actually used my Mac Mini in like 3 weeks. Yeah, I turn this on when I need to respond to somebody. Like, I just did an update for a company and they use Macs over there and they're like, the site's not working right. So I show them a screenshot from my Mac and show that. Now, I do have a Mac Mini down there, but it's actually, since I got this, it's actually more convenient to boot this up because it just boots right up. I can check something. It's got its own screen without having to shuffle around screens and monitors and stuff, because these monitors I'm using here are actually shared between 3 computers. So anyway, but yeah, absolutely. It's on using electricity, but not doing me any favors. All right. Hello, Libre Quest podcast. I assume you have a podcast. That's cool. Shoot me details about that. I'd love to catch it. Finally got a live show. Nice. Awesome. All right. There was a guy in one of my classes who wore a MacBooks are superior, and when the teacher passed around a USB stick with files he needed, he couldn't do it because he left his dongle at home. At least this old MacBook here still has USB type A ports. Embrace the dongle. That's right. Hello, Dan Kelly. How's it going there? Donglerus. All right. How about Dongleless? He's Dongleless. Does that sound like a Lord of the Rings character? Dongleless? Dongleless is coming. All right. Stay alive from yesterday. That's great news. That's right. Still alive. Yes, absolutely. Well, people tell me Macs are better for media production. Do not personally do media production themselves. Yeah. I do a lot of media production on Linux. It's very good. In fact, I was talking to one guy who actually was telling me that LMMS actually does a lot of things that Logic Pro can't, which is cool. I'll have to ask another friend of mine about that. His brother uses Mac and he uses LMMS on Linux Mint for his music stuff. Location data. So, in fact, if you guys, the intro audio for Writing Done Right, my channel Writing Done Right, that was all done by my friend in LMMS. So even my intro video is done with FOSS software. Seems like location data would be very useful. Yeah, that's right. So Manjaro KDE on the Pinebook Pro works well, but the touchpad is terrible even after an update for it. Quint's school has switched to Zoom. They're moving pretty quick, aren't they? Ooh. Using Manjaro XFCE on mine. Speakers are trash. So is the webcam, but man, it's so much better than factory OS. Setting up my daughter's music class on Zoom. All right. It's like it likes the Big Daddy Linux group. Yep. STL's telling someone to calm down. I know, right? When I'm telling you to calm down, there's nothing to worry about, all right? Message on the Zoom help webpage says exactly there is maybe a delay in answering due to increased demand. Yeah. My son's therapies for development is moving to Zoom. Just switched back to my iPhone 2 because Lineage OS is not consistently usable. Really? What? I mean, I have 0 problems on Lineage. What phone do you have? Classmates think it's ridiculous. I don't have social media, but I tell them that their data will be used against them in the future. That's right. Kung Flu thing. STL is not thinking. Oh, I'm just not thinking. Yeah, that's right. Double charges tantamount to stealing. That is right. It is. Sue them for theft. I agree with you on that. And social media is, for the most part, just seems like an unsafe idea. Yeah. All right. Probably happened is that Apple ate the refund on the front end, and then threatened to sue the app maker. Yeah, the Apple's probably not eating the cost. Apple's gonna be like, so you'd like to keep working, eh? You would like to not have your security licenses revoked, eh? All right. Maybe a class action lawsuit. Well, here's the thing. It's in the terms of service. Do I switch to Linux if I use BSD? Hey, if you like it, stay with it. I don't care. Yeah, this is a biased audience to ask. 3 months on Arch, still working, 2 computers, yeah. Hey, my Arch Labs is still running after, what is it, a year and 3 months now? I think I put it on either in December or January of last year. I used to rotate that computer every couple weeks, I think. I've just stuck with Arch and it's working for me. Things like that, you know. All right, let's see. And a ThinkPad X131E i3 with Peppermint and my Toshiba also. Yeah, Peppermint's what I run on my Lenovo S21E. Very good operating system. Are we ready to jump on in? Let's head on over to... Really? Do I not have... Dude, I thought I made an affiliate banner for that. Okay, I guess I didn't. Let me just swap an image around here for my affiliate banners. I'm going to have to swap them back later, I think. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the privacy... No, this is the business edition. Wow, let me restart that. Blah! There's an outtake for the blooper reel. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you would like to catch the show live. Well, before we jump on in, I will remind you, if you are fed up with your internet phone bill, well, your cell phone bill, whatever, I just can't talk today, consider looking at Mint Mobile. They are using T-Mobile towers, be aware of that, but with them, you can actually get a plan for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, pay up front for, yes, as little as $15 a month. I've been using this now since I think I switched my primary phone to this back in December. It has been working absolutely perfect. I was actually been testing the service back as far as, I forget, it was somewhere around October-ish or so. Is when I started testing it. Works very well. I'm very happy with the service. You can find out more information at tlm.li/mm. So, on to the news. All right. French antitrust regulators just fined Apple $1.2 billion. That's a slap in the face. So what was going on? I read through this, and I have to unfortunately agree with these guys. Because Apple does actually do the very practice they're being accused of very openly here in the United States. Apparently does run afoul to the rules over there. It should run afoul the rules over here too. But what this is this has to do with how Apple stores are run and how Apple distributors are run. So this is one of the challenges, one of the big problems that Apple has is when you agree to sell or even service and repair Apple computers, you absolutely, with no equivocation, have to do exactly what they tell you to do. And what this says here is that they were telling the end distributors how much they could sell Mac computers and other Apple products for. And it turns out that that does run afoul with French law, saying it is anti-competitive. So if I wanted to come in, for example, and buy 1,000 Apple computers and use Apple computers as a loss leader to get people into my store, you're not allowed by the contract you're doing in Apple. France says no, that's a bunch of BS. Once the people have acquired the product to sell it, they have the right to sell it for whatever, even at a loss. And that's what Apple does not, under any circumstance, allow you to do. They will not allow a retailer to sell an Apple product for under the price Apple tells them to sell it for. And that is the thing that runs afoul. So this is, of course, from Reuters, whatever, Reuters magazine here. And basically it says that... it says here, let's see, Apple's Watchdog says Apple's 2 wholesalers in France fully followed the U.S. company's instructions on how to allocate its product to customers instead of freely determining their commercial policy. Quote, Apple and its 2 wholesalers agreed not to compete with each other and to prevent distributors from competing with each other, thereby sterilizing the wholesale market for Apple products. They said in a statement, 2 wholesalers, Tech Data and Ingram Micro, were fined 76 million and 63 million euros respectively. And the authority said Tech Data had no immediate comment and Ingram Micro could not immediately be reached. French competition authorities' decision is disheartening, Apple said. Of course Apple said that. 1.2 billion, please. But it relates to practices from over a decade and discards 30 years of legal precedent that all companies in France rely on in order that will cause chaos for companies across industries. In other words, your Apple or any other product is selling their products in France. Hey, you gotta, once it's to the hands of the people selling the product, they've got to be able to choose the final price, even if it is at a loss. I don't know why I'm still on my Mint Mobile screen there. My apologies for that. All right. So next, Broadcom lawsuit blames your Netflix habit for a drop in chip sales. So Netflix says it violates patents, but competition may be the real issue. So this is just a big spat over Netflix and Broadcom. Broadcom is basically saying that they're not selling as many chips because more people are streaming on Netflix. So then they turn around, they're trying to sue Netflix, saying that Netflix infringed on their patents, and that's probably not going to win because nobody's ever won that particular type of lawsuit. And so finally Broadcom comes out like a screaming 3-year-old, not fair, and blames all of us for watching Netflix for their loss in sales. Broadcom, go open source your drivers for us in the Linux community, then we'll kind of maybe get on your side. Anyway, had to throw that one in. Ow, ow. All right. Google's Advanced Protection Program will start blocking third-party app installation. So this is a new program that you can sign up for. It's not something that's mandated. You can sign up for it. It says more security, but at a cost. I'm going to edit this. Let's say less security, but at a cost. If you follow this news enough, you will know that we have had way more vulnerabilities in apps in the App Store, well, the Play Store, than we've had people sideloading apps on the side. What the program does is it prevents your Android phone from being able to sideload anything, saying, rely on us. You know, the people who've let millions and millions and millions and millions of apps with backdoors and malwares into the system. If it's on our store, it's safe. I don't think so, Google. I don't think so at all. So this program, Advanced Protection Program, they're saying, oh, this is good for journalists, all these guys. Well, I got news for you. All of these people who need this extra privacy are going to be using the open source apps. This is a really, really bad deal for them. Honestly, really bad deal for them. Really. All right. And so you can get more information here on their on Google's webpage here. So you can say that it is for journalists, activists, businesses, leaders, political campaign teams. This is going to make sure that nothing gets on your phone except the malware that's in our Play Store. Avoid the Play Store, people, please. All right. This is from It's Foss. Microsoft set to acquire NPM. So NPM is an open source platform, basically a software repository platform. Of course, Microsoft recently purchased GitHub for $7.5 billion. Now they have acquired NPM, Node Package Manager, which basically has more than 1.3 million packages, 75 billion downloads a month, things like Node.js, a lot of these other JavaScripting packages and other things. So now we have to start looking at this and asking, is Microsoft truly committing itself to open source, or is it doing a mass scale embrace, extend, extinguish? Because they basically now control nearly every bit of the free and open source repositories out there. Very interesting. We have to ask if that's a good thing or not. And jump over to non-Microsoft owned things. So of course, this is frightening, people. This is kind of frightening. So yeah, Microsoft is now owns two of the largest software repositories. What do we have now? We have GitLabs is still yet free, and there's probably a couple other little tiny ones. But be aware of that. Be aware of that. I don't know if Microsoft has changed their ways or not. Speaking of Microsoft not changing its ways, though, Windows 10 KB4551762 is causing major problems for some users. Yet another update was rolled out, so most people, the latest update simply won't be an issue. However, a number of users running this version found their PCs have slowed down. Some have noticed abnormal CPU and disk usage. It's always had high disk usage. Last week, details of security vulnerabilities of SMB3 were prematurely leaked online, and Microsoft issued an out-of-band security update delivering a fix. We'll fix it! We'll just break everything! Yes! That'll make sure nobody can hack into these systems. They'll just be broken, sitting offline in the middle. Everyone's going to have to switch to Linux or something else. All right, last week, let's see, I read that sentence. So this is an important update, includes all fixes from previous releases, but the patch also brought several problems. So users have confirmed in Microsoft forums, Feedback Hub, and Reddit that Windows 10, the KB455X patch, could fail to install with the following errors. A bunch of errors listed there. Automatic overnight updates have failed. Attempted 2 more after clearing everything out. Still fails. When you do manage to get this bad boy installed, we get black screens. We get spinning circles. We get blue screen of deaths. We just get all sorts of fun, exciting things. And oh, look at this. We're back to our disk spinning at 100 again. Remember when the disks used to spin at 100? All my Windows systems still do. Maybe I think that might have been fixed, but now everyone's like, the disk is spinning 100%. Where have you been? This has been the biggest thing I've been complaining about in Microsoft since Windows 10 came out. It's always been spinning. For crying out loud. People, Microsoft has gone crazy. They've gone crazy. Stop! Just stop! Give us the ability to update our computers when we want to update them. Please, QA your stuff. Do not use the standard users as your beta testers. Test this stuff before it gets out into the world. Please. 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 Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, so you can, of course, remove this thing that patches all sorts of problems. And when you remove this thing that patches all sorts of problems, then when you remove that, the problems go away. You're left with security vulnerabilities. But, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up down there. Leave me some comments down there. And I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Alrighty. Let's head on back to the comment feed. Added ThinkPad. Okay, let's see. We already did that. Real fine for the stuff. All right, let's see. Hello, Steve's very own. Greetings. I too must agree with France's judgment on this one. I loved our Apple partners that are semi-close to me. Peach Mac, City Mac. But asking them to lock pricing is always just disagreed with. Yep. That's the thing. Must be off now. All right, man. We'll catch you later. Shoot me a link to your podcast if you're still around. All right. Working at Best Buy, I know or knew the margins on Macs at the time. There's legitimately good wiggle room for price competition. Yes, but they don't let you, I think. Let's see. Okay. Saying MS is up to their old tricks again. Yep. Every Windows 10 update has an issue. This is not news. I know. It's like saying there's news, there's fighting breaking out in Iraq. Iraq's been in war for 30 years, 50 years. No, take that, 2,000 years. That's right. All right. Let's see. Windows 10 is working fine on your computer. All right. Switch links. And Microsoft did break SMB update because one of our file servers broke after running the patch. Yep. Hey, we'll fix it. Just kill it. Windows 10 defrags the drive when inactive. It shouldn't be defragging the drive when inactive. Yeah, disk usage is always high because it's constantly copying your files and sending them to Microsoft. See, Microsoft mindset is they're buying patents. Wouldn't be surprised if they start charging for using them in the near future. I wouldn't be surprised. Set my Ubuntu system on fire. Thanks. I'm sorry. 0% disk usage watching the stream right now on Windows 10 Pro 1909. Very good. All right. All right. How come flat packs are so big? Take Clementine, run 40 megabytes with dependencies. Minus Flatpak just under 700. Wait. Okay. Take Clementine on 40 megabytes. With dependencies and Flatpak, just under 700. Yeah, the flat packs, the snaps, the app images, they all pack everything you need to run the system in a container. That's why they're so much larger. Which, by the way, like, people are saying, well, disk spaces is getting so much bigger. Well, not when you're dropping from spinning Rust down to an SSD. You usually go down in size. We don't have as much space as we did, a few years back. Something to keep in mind. Oh boy. People, we're going to Sillyville now because we're doing Sillyville and then we're doing, we're going to do Sillyville and then we're going to go ahead and do the Kung Flu news, Kung Flu Tech Roundup. Anybody else over on Discord? I'm not seeing anything over on Discord. I haven't seen Pizza on all day. Is Pizza alive still? I hope Pizza didn't get the Kung Flu. He's up there in one of the epicenters there. All right. Survive, Pizza, survive. All right. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. That was my chair. Let's see if I can do it again. I can't. No! My chair's making funny noises. Let's go and recut that one. Another blooper. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the Sillyville edition. If you want to check out the Sillyville news without everybody and their brother watching you, consider using private internet access. No, I'm not one of the shells telling you everybody needs a VPN. There are certain case scenarios where you do need a VPN. If you're connecting at a coffee shop, which I bet that you're not doing this week or even this month. But if you need to get around the geo restrictions or get out of your house and make it look like you're somewhere else right now, go ahead and consider private internet access. You can connect up to 10 devices at a time over on private internet access. You can get a year supply for $40. Using the links here in the tlm.li/PIA will help the channel. And with that, let's go ahead and get to the Sillyville news. The first one, this is our only non-Kung Flu related Sillyville news. TikTok guidelines say not to promote posts by ugly and poor users. Interesting. All right. So if you have a beer belly or too many wrinkles, it could have hurt your posts. So TikTok directed its moderators to prevent people with ugly facial looks or who shot videos in slums or dilapidated housings from having their posts promoted as to its widely viewed For You section. In other words, hey, it doesn't matter if it's widely viewed or not. Doesn't matter if it's widely viewed or not. Don't post it. Don't look it up. Portions of these discriminatory guidelines have leaked in the past, revealing TikTok intentionally prevented posts from LGBTQ users and users with disabilities from surfacing in this section. Intercept has a more detail from the leaked document showing that they ban people who have an abnormal body shape, such as a beer belly, or ugly facial looks, such as too many wrinkles. Guidelines also ban videos from people who appear to be poor. Cracked walls, old decorations are enough to have a video suppressed, according to leaked guidelines. People, don't get on TikTok. I've been warning you about TikTok. If you guys did not know, by the way, the parent company that owns TikTok is I forget their name off the top of my head. They are a Chinese data analytics AI firm. All they're doing is using this to collect and harvest all of the data on its users to feed into an AI algorithm for all sorts of fun Chinese purposes. Don't use TikTok, people. Don't use it. Not good stuff. But speaking of TikTok, a TikTok star has started the next new craze, the Coronavirus Challenge. TikTok stars are now licking plain toilet seats and doorknobs and all sorts of other things in the TikTok challenge that is called the Coronavirus Challenge. The Kung Flu Challenge, people. That's right. Lick up that toilet seat, people. Proof our society is still stupid. This makes me want to go have some Tide Pods. My lands. Facepalm is right. While troubling times have brought huge changes to most people's lives, the world of online influencers remains filled with remarkably stupid. High on the list potential is Darwin Award winner. You guys remember the Darwin Awards? Darwin Award winner Ava Luis, who shared a TikTok video of herself licking an airplane toilet seat in the Kung Flu Challenge. It's people like this that I hope get sick and die. To be perfectly candid. Please, get yourself out of our gene pool, preferably before you procreate. All right, 22-year-old has appeared twice on the Dr. Phil show. That explains it. Posts on his 22,000 TikTok followers, around 162,000 on Instagram. She shared a clip. Here's the thing. TikTok, Instagram, ban this woman. I mean, ban her. Just, she's promoting bad stuff. Yeah. RT, this people can know how to properly be sanitized in the airplane. That's right. It's the challenge, yo. Yeah. Oh, boy. How exciting. All right, well, next is, how long will you last in quarantine? All right. Now, what you need to do, this is at howmuchtoiletpaper.com, which I'm going to guess is going to be a very shady site. My uBlock origin here is telling me it's blocked 22 different things over there. Privacy Badger's blocked 7 items here. So this thing is just harvesting data like there's no tomorrow. And look at this. We have share to Facebook and share to Twitter stuff. Wondering what else is important besides toilet paper? Your online mess while you're at home. Find out how. Yeah, yet another link to a bunch of other shady things. Probably a virus. I would recommend not clicking on this link. That's actually going to a pure VPN link, by the way. Very interesting. So now you have to add up how many rolls do you have. Now, I have a problem because I have that Charmin stuff that one roll is supposed to be like 6 rolls. So what do I count that at? 6? I think I have, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have 9 of those. So should I say that I have 99 rolls? Or should I say I have 9 rolls? Let's say I have 9 rolls, toilet visits per day. And that might be too much information, but on a heavy Taco Bell day, it's 40, man. It's 40. I'm going to only last 4 days, man. You cut this guy down here, you got 144. Of course, if I up this guy up and say, let's go with like 50, what does that be? 60, let's go with 62, just in case that's the case. I might actually have about a 5-year supply of toilet paper here, just based on these numbers. So just so you guys know, and of course you can share it to Facebook so they can collect and harvest all your data. They're popping all sorts of other fun stuff about it. And basically, it's probably just harvesting a bunch of things here. That's kind of my guess. Ben Sassoon and Sam Harris, whoever those guys happen to be. So they're kind of behind it, but it will calculate your amount of toilet paper that you need to make it through the apocalypse. So somebody used this, and they're like, you know what? I only have 1 roll left, and I went to Taco Bell for lunch, and so I'm going to be in there like 10 times today, and I only have a day's supply, and I don't know what to do. So he went to pray, maybe light up a few candles, and then he got this idea. The church has a lot of toilet paper. Let's just go ahead and steal some toilet paper from the church. Stealing toilet paper from the church among a panic is going to send you right to hell. There's no way of getting out. This is the unpardonable sin. When it goes in and Jesus is talking about the unpardonable sin, this was it. Stealing the toilet paper from your church. People. Don't do that. Don't do that. So panic buying of various products intensifies worldwide because of the global Kung Flu pandemic. A church in the UK says its TP has been stolen. The church warden at St. Mary and St. Margaret's Church in Norwich said she discovered 2 Sundays ago all their toilet paper rolls were gone. Guys, come on. If you're going to steal the toilet paper, at least just steal enough for, 2 or 3 visits, just enough for you to get out to the store and get a little bit more. But anyway, they said they were, open to the public every day of the week from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., usually used by those visiting the cemetery or for community group meetings, but somebody went in there and apparently stole all the toilet paper. We keep the church open for people to use it. My anxiety is if anyone needs the loo, the facilities aren't open for them, says the Reverend. He continued, it does seem that people are very fearful and frightened, and that seems to be catching. People are stockpiling different things. You can put 2 and 2 together and make 5, but in the assumption it's all linked to the Kung Flu, who knows? All right. Despite the theft, the church continues to keep its facilities open to the public. Supermarkets and other stores around the world are running out of toilet paper, with pictures of empty shelves rocketing around social media. In Oregon, one police department has asked residents not to call 911 to report shortages of toilet paper. It's hard to believe that we even have to share this post. The Newport, Oregon Police Department wrote on its Facebook page, do not call 911 just because you ran out of toilet paper. You will survive without our assistance. Police Department went on to list what it has been used throughout history before TP as possible alternatives consumers might use, such as grocery receipts, cloth rags. Guys, the 3 seashells. Don't you guys know how to use the 3 seashells? Result of the panic buying, retailers in the UK have limited the sales of hand sanitizers. Some Australian stores have placed restrictions on toilet paper. We have a limit of 2 at our local grocery store. But there was still toilet paper on the shelf last time I was there. But they were in the process of stocking it. I told that poor woman, you are putting your life in danger right now, putting that toilet paper on the shelf. But, you know, so anyway, yeah, that is the unpardonable sin right there, stealing all the toilet paper from a church. Don't do that, people. You will go straight to hell. All right. Let's see. How much did you miss, Necromancer? I don't know. How long did you get here? I think you got here just in time for the Sillyville, so you missed the first 2 news sections. Don't say that. Pizza's just fine. Well, he's usually on Discord and hanging out and chatting, and I just haven't seen him today. Somebody got to find out if pizza's okay. Let's see. We got... Vince sent something. Yeah, there is, on GIMP, you can get the toilet paper template. That's a very good thing. Thanks, Vince. I do need to get that toilet paper template. All right. If you have a hard drive and use Windows 10, it defrags the disk once every Wednesday. Perhaps busy playing the blues with a guitar. There you go. Flat packs aren't that big. The size you need includes all the runtimes. Some of these will likely already be installed in your system, so the actual installed flat pack is never that big. All right. Try downloading on a slow connection and see how long 680 megabytes compares to 40. Yep. TikTok videos on YouTube. Instead of giving your data to China, give it to Google. There you go. Yeah. Depends on what else you have installed. Flatpaks can share runtime, so the download is never as big as reported in the App Store. They are licking E. coli. Well, yeah. Our generation did more sensible stuff, like putting model glue in paper bags and sniffing it. $1,000, I'll go to my other house and lick a Civil War era doorknob and circa 1900 light switch. Quint, you can if this quarantine gets to your head, man. That's right. Oh, better not lick the light switch. You might end up with curly hair. Oh, boy. Hello, Metal Lord. Greetings. You need to drop her in a pod and drop it off on Mars. Don't send her to Mars! How about this? Set the controls for the heart of the sun. So is that actually in a new install of GIMP? Hold on. I gotta check this out. I just installed GIMP on this Mac. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see if it's over here or not. I mean, I saw the image floating around. I assume somebody had made it because you can create your own file there. Hold on. It is. It is right there on my Mac. Right there. Look at that. You can't see it, but that's the toilet paper thing. This is not the green screen you're looking for. All right. Quite epic. Oh boy. Oh, GIMP. I love my GIMP. It's so exciting. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that was actually in GIMP. That's quite epic. I mean, I saw that picture floating around. I assumed somebody just made it. 100 rolls of toilet paper on the wall. Take one down, pass it around. 99 rolls of toilet paper on the wall. See, that's the game you're going to have to play if you're stuck in quarantine for too long. We're all going to go crazy, by the way. It's just one giant worldwide experiment perpetrated by the government leaders to test our insanity. What layer of hell would you be in if you steal TP from a church? That would be the highest level, or lowest level, I guess. Time for sinners to repent and clean the church floor with a toothbrush. That's right. You gotta pay out your penance. Find yourselves in the midst of the great toilet paper apocalypse. Does toilet paper for churches come on a holy roller size? Yes, it does. Waiting for the zombies to appear. Oh, wait. They're fighting over at Walmart over TP. That's right. They are. Time to repent as you are forced to use newspaper or is it Bite It? 3 seashells, people. 3 seashells. Everyone without toilet paper, please call Philadelphia's police. They aren't prosecuted for minor crimes anymore. That's right. Yeah, that's what kind of frightens me a little bit. This is the town that decapitated the hitchhiking robot. Now they're just not prosecuting anything anymore. They're just letting him out on the streets. They'll come back for court. It was a non-violent crime. Oh, joy. During Roman times, they used sponges. Socks are reusable. There you go. Luckily, we grow corn, so TP isn't an issue. Hoarding adult nappies, betting on the next wave. Oh my. All right, are we ready to head on over into the Kung Flu Tech Roundup? I'm going to use the security one because there's barbed wire fences. It says security news, but in reality, it's the Kung Flu news. Uh-oh, I got the Kung Flu. So you gotta use those double side ones. You have a smooth side and the abrasive side. The abrasive side are when you have a hemorrhoid problem. You know. All right, we're getting too much info. We need to get on into the news now, don't we? Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is your Kung Flu Tech News Roundup. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and as long as there's crazy pandemonia going on that's totally causing everybody to lose their crap in the whole world, we're going to be doing a Kung Flu Tech News Roundup because, hey, there's nothing else in the news. I actually had to cut other sections out of the news to make room for this stuff. Actually, there just wasn't anything there. So anyway, let's go ahead and have a look. First, Instacart and grocery delivery apps set consecutive days of record downloads. Like Dave Ramsey's been promoting as well. Hey, these industries are booming. Go out and start driving food for Uber and for these Instacart and all these types of things. People, we've lost our ever-loving mind here. Okay? We've lost our ever-loving mind. All right? It took a worldwide pandemic for even the left to want to close the borders and stand in line to buy a gun. Do you really want random strangers here in America delivering your food to your house in the middle of a worldwide flu pandemic? I'll take my chances with the virus and go to the store myself, thank you. I mean, I might stock up and look like a robber and a bandit. I'll put on my coverall glasses and my bandana over here and put on a big old hat, go in a hazmat suit, have big old gloves up to here, and I'll go in like this, all protecting myself against the virus. But I am not letting some crazy stranger in America deliver me my food. Nope. I don't know why these apps are so much. But holy crap. Now, I gotta say here, I have 2 things that are not listed here, but these are funny things. I was talking to my mother today, all right? She works in a hospital. And so she goes in, And they have like basically you had to answer the questionnaire. So she gets in there to start work. This is, I don't know, 2 days ago or whatever, maybe it's yesterday, I forget, whenever it was. She goes in and literally they're like, well, hold on, you can't go in first. First, we have to take your temperature, and then you have to answer all these questions. Have you traveled anywhere? Have you been in groups of larger than 100 people? All these types of questions. No, fine. Every single time she left her wing to get something and came back to the wing, she had to do the same questions and temperature. We're not talking left for an hour and came back. We're talking carrying an oxygen tank down to the person leaving the hospital. Oh, gotta check your temperature again. Have you been in crowds of larger than 100 people? Well, if there's 100 people between right here and right there, no, I really haven't. If I had to walk through an auditorium, maybe, but they've all been here at the hospital. And then she tells me this funny one. Let me know if this is happening in stores near you. I have not seen this yet. She goes into a CVS to get a prescription. CVS had used masking tape to carton off the store into 5-foot squares with big signs. No two people are allowed in the same square at a time. People, you've lost your ever-loving mind. You've lost your mind. You're gone crazy. All right, well, a bunch of services went down thanks to the Kung Flu. This kind of tells us how ready we really are to jump onto the internet. We are the internet age, and so everyone was forced to work at home, and Microsoft Teams went down for a few hours. Everyone jumps on. Of course, you can't get a support help for Zoom because they're overwhelmed in their systems. It looked like Google was having issues. Discord was having issues, but Microsoft Teams goes down for 2 hours because everyone's jumping on at the same time. Of course, for you guys playing video games also went down. Nintendo Switch online service outages experienced a nearly 9-hour outage. I guess even the consoles didn't work. Does that sound right? I do actually really enjoy somebody's comments. Okay, Corona, you can take me now. Love it. All right, so yeah, absolutely. Nintendo Switch online service experienced a 9-hour outage because everyone's all jumping on. I didn't grab the articles, but I think over in Europe, Netflix has capped their streaming to 720p to make sure there's enough bandwidth for everyone to get on there. I have a quick point of message for you people. While you're stuck at home, don't treat it as a giant vacation. Do something productive. Write a book. Start a business. You're not that ambitious? Clean all the crap out of your house. Do spring cleaning. Clean everything up. Just don't sit on your butt and do nothing but watch a bunch of shows because I can't go to work right now. Zombifying your brains, causing all melting out all over the place. Do something productive with this time. You can't go anywhere anyway. Do something productive. Oh boy. Well, with the Kung Flu coming around, Android surveillance operators jump on the Kung Flu fear bandwagon. 11-month-old surveillance campaign is the latest to exploit pandemic fears. So basically, these are campaigns that are always trying to get other apps and things onto your system with all their malwares and trackers and things like that. So now these apps have been popping all over the place in the Google Play Store. So if you got the Google Advanced Protection, you can still download this crap. So basically it's, the corona trackers following around where the virus is spreading, all this kind of stuff over here. What they're doing is they're taking advantage of all this hype, packaging their malware inside these tracker maps, throwing them up on the various app stores and play stores, and hey, you just got malware because you're like, oh my God, I gotta see if it's coming to a town near me. No! All right, so U.S. government could work with tech firms to track the Kung Flu spread using phone location data. People, the dragnet's coming. The dragnet's coming. All right. So U.S. government officials are in talks with several tech giants about using people's phone location data to combat the spread of the virus. While the plan will raise privacy concerns, for the common good, guys, give up all of our privacy. The data would be presented and anonymized because we know that that's completely safe. aggregated form for researchers to analyze the infection's transmission and spread. Officials said the information would not be built as a government database. I don't trust it anyway. Sorry, I will not be using it. I will not be updating my Facebook status with "keep away from me, I tested positive." I will not be going onto the Google and going, did I just say the Google? Oh God, I'm a boomer. No. No. It's coming for me. Corona, take me now! All right. Anyway, the Google. Oh, look at that. I'm turning red. I turned shades of color. All right. According to the Washington Post report, Facebook, Google, and other companies took part in discussions with health experts on how phone location data could be used to track the pandemic in the U.S. last week. Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Twitter met with U.S. Chief Technology Officer Michael, whatever his name is, the Kraken, for talks on how the tech industry can help in the battle against the Kung Flu. It's likely that meeting led plans for location data tracking. Oh, Lordy, of course we know that. Oh, yeah, we already have some location data tracking. In fact, you know what? You could probably track a little bit better if this Johns Hopkins maps went back and reported cities instead of states again. Just saying. Just saying. So are you ready to give up your privacy to stop the Kung Flu? Which, yeah, never mind. Nextdoor adds features to help neighbors during the coronavirus crisis. Wah! All right. So tips to help. So basically you can use your Nextdoor application and now you can basically go in and say, hey, this is the ways I can help anybody in the neighborhood that needs it. So then they can all ping back. So if you have an elderly shut in and can't go anywhere, whatever else, you can offer to get groceries and things, stuff like that. I mean, I am not a user of this application. I would not recommend using the application, but I do like what they're trying to do here. For those that are using Nextdoor, this is a good way you can legitimately help your neighbors in this time. If I were using this, I might actually say that this would be a good thing. So I don't know. There's my thoughts. There's my Corona news for the day. Let me know your thoughts on all these in the comments down below. Alrighty. All right. Let's see. Only sponges. Let's see. The Corona cough. The abrasive side. Inside out. Crying. Wear a hazmat suit to take deliveries. Are you home? We depend on grocery delivers, but they canceled them all to focus on those in isolation and vulnerable. Just call them up and tell them you're coughing really bad. Would you deliver the groceries to me, please? Chessboard squares. Actually, it's happening in Italy, just as you described. You have to be in a square area. Oh, God. Something productive. Watching the YouTube. At least red is a good sign. That's right. Yeah. Oh, no. The Google is coming. Am I home? Am I home? Why? Robin, why do you keep saying, are you home? Am I home? Am I home? Are you going to stalk me? What's going on, Robin? Do I know a Robin? Let's see. I'm on the devil box, as my grandmother used to call it, doing online homework. Oh, joy. Oh, joy. Well, guys. What do we think? What do we think indeed? I think we need to feed the kitty. And then when we are done feeding the kitty, then we will see if there's more comments to do, and then we'll kind of wrap it up for the night. So let's go ahead and let me adjust the kitty's camera just a little bit. We're just going to go ahead and feed him on that little cute chair. He'll be just fine, and he gets 4 treats today. So give me a second to go get the kitty fed up. Oh, of course, we got to do that. What do you think, buddy? What do you think, huh? What do you think? The kitty treats, huh? What's the kitty treats? Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy. Give me some paw. 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 There you go. And we got one there. We got that one there, and we'll give you one more tonight because I forgot to feed you yesterday. There you go. They finger licking good? Yeah, they are. They are. They're finger licking good. Look at that. Yes, they are. Finger licking good. All right. All right, let's see. One thing I like about your show is that you really bother to read people's comments. All right, yay, man, that's what I like to do. As long as we don't have too many people where I get too far behind. But yes, Hal 9000 says yes, it is at home. All right, I'm on the computer. All right, let's see. Seeing it will ruin your sight, as my grandma used to say. That's right. Remember those days when it'd be like, don't sit too close to the TV? I mean, understand this. For perspective, I'm a foot away from two 24-inch monitors here, okay? They used to want us on our little 13-inch television to sit at least like 10 feet back. 20's better, but 10 feet back. Maybe our eyes just got really bad, but can you imagine watching some television program on a 13-inch television 10 or 15 or 20 feet back? That's how it was. All you youngsters. All you youngsters. All right. Can't read what you type. My sight has gone too bad. Huh? Was getting hypnotized by the cat. I swear he was staring at me. He was. See, he is. He is staring at you. What do you think, kitty? Look right into my eyes, kitty. Look right into my eyes. Look right into my eyes. All right. Uh-oh. The cat's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Where am I at? There we are. All right, let's see. Can't read. Let's see. Was getting hypnotized by the cat. As far as I mean, does the cat know that when you run out of TP, you're going to be sharing his box with him? Yeah, we talked about it. Fortunately, though, hey, I'm already stocked up and prepared. I use horse pellets for my cat litter. If it's good enough for a horse, it's good enough for me and the cat. So we're all good. We're all good if it comes to it, you know. A friend of mine I know at Walmart told me to use the Walmart internet shopping and drive there and pick up. There you go. Yeah, our local Walmart has a pickup. Television was a tube that put out a lot of radiation. Wonder if that was the real reason. Nah. Thoughts about React OS? I think it's a useless monstrosity. The thing's been in alpha since 1995. They still resemble Windows, Windows 98. They were trying to emulate Windows 98. They're still trying to emulate Windows 98. It died, for crying out loud. As far as the functionality, they basically use Wine as a compatibility layer. So React OS has never worked better than Wine anyway. You may as well just use a good Linux distro and put Wine on it. And add Proton to the mix, and you actually get more compatibility than React OS has. Except I think React OS is starting to integrate Proton now as well. So I don't know, for whatever reason that might be. All right, are you ready to go, kitty? Are you ready to go? We're about done with the news. We're about done. All right, I've hit the bottom of the comments, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I think we will probably look at the Fedora 32 beta tomorrow on the live stream tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's in the afternoon for all them UK folkies wanting to catch a show. And let's see if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, where is everybody today? I'll tell you what, numbers on YouTube have been way down. I don't know why. Everyone's stuck at home. What's everyone doing? But anyway, yeah, we only peaked at 37 people a day. Usually we peak around 90. Very interesting. All right, guys. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow, and have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, safe quarantine, and have fun.